Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, Saggies. I am gonna go ahead and get this started, and I'm looking more into like next week. And I have to say, I did a pre-shuffle, which I don't know. I'm doing things a little bit different for each zodiac today. I don't really know why I'm all over the place, but like I feel inspired differently for each zodiac. And so for you guys, I did a pre-shuffle just to get the general overview. And what I felt like is somebody is getting back to themselves. They're getting back to feeling good. They're getting back to their own personal perspective or something. We have poker face. Beware of hidden intentions and underlying motives. If there is an energy of Sag feeling like more empowered, feeling stronger, feeling more settled, feeling happier, feeling more like themselves again, then this says that there's somebody else who could kind of like pull Sag downward. Yeah, we got the Hermit card sideways. This Virgo energy. It almost feels like if Sag is just now coming out of their dark night of the soul energy, and they are about to encounter somebody who is dealing with their own stresses, their own things that they're hiding. Sag might need to be wary of somebody this week. Almost like I'm not saying somebody means unpleasant energy towards Sag, but let's say they've been hiding how stressed out they've been, and they haven't been wise enough to go inside the way Sag has and do some deep inner work. So instead, they might be carrying a lot of trauma, and they're going to interact with Sag and then like totally, yeah, in this case, they might say that they need a lot of help. And it could be really that I don't know, this person could say rude things to Sag right at a time where that's the last thing Sag needs to hear. If they feel like, how come Sag looks so powerful? Sag is just coming back into their own energy again. But this could be somebody who either says something to Sag that has like a cutting edge to it to insult Sag or lower the way Sag feels about themselves, because what they need for themselves is to feel better about themselves. Sometimes this could be a compliment cloaked in, or I'll say an insult cloaked in a compliment. I call them anti-compliments. When somebody intentionally says something that's actually snarky, but supposedly really, like meant to be supportive. I think Sag should be aware and alert that not everybody has done work on themselves. Sag has. And Sag is just now re-emerging from kind of like their cocoon phase where they had to do some deep work on themselves. And now that Sag is feeling better, I almost think that one of the first people Sag will interact with, perhaps more socially, could be somebody who's freaking jealous of Sag and might say something intended to kind of make Sag not feel very good about themselves. And Sag needs to think long and hard about, why did I just trigger somebody? And maybe move away from this person. It really feels like they've got their own hurts and their own agendas, and they need somebody to take it out on. And it almost feels like as Sag approaches this person, this could be a shocker. This could be like, wow, I don't know where this anger is coming from. I don't know why they're directing it at me. I never had beef with this person. Why are they coming at me this way? Sag didn't do anything to deserve this. But if somebody is going to be short fused, short tempered, give an anti-compliment, say something rude, I hope Sag just lets it roll off their back, because it's not really directed at Sag. It's just where that person is at. It's their upset. And if anything, I think Sag should use it, or could use it, as an example of like, wow, I have no desire to get so bitter that I'm going to lash out at others. Like, I see this person doing this, and that is so not the way I'm going to behave. And I think that's wonderful. I think Sag has to dodge one bitter person. This could be a masculine, and I don't know. This could be a masculine who says something kind of rude about Saggy's looks or something even. And it's like, I think that they know Sag isn't attracted to them, but it could be like bizarre. Like, why would this person walk up and give me a low grade insult? It's because I think if Sag considers this for more than a hot second, they're going to realize, because they know I'm not interested in them. And for some reason they feel bad about themselves right now. Maybe once upon a time, Sag didn't feel good about themselves, but Sag is back. Sag is feeling good now. They're feeling empowered now. They did that dark night of the soul. They feel empowered. And it's just crazy though, because I think that the first person that they might interact with could be rude in the beginning of the week. And it's Sag should not take that person's words at all. Let them get in their head. See it for what it is. This person feels somehow like they've been rejected and that Sag would reject them, and Sag isn't attracted to them. And so they find a way to say something a little bit rude, like, you know, like, you know, the reason they wouldn't date Sag is because X, Y, or Z. And it's like, why does this person even say this to me? Where is this coming from? You know, it's just coming from their hurt, their place. Has nothing to do with Sag. And I think this is wonderful. I think already knows that full well. And I think they shrug this off and they move on. And I think after that, after one initial uncomfortable circumstance or one person who says something rude, I think Sag will forget that and they move right on. And now there's other better people to converse with. Actually, I think that Sag could have a great week, especially like a great social week after one really bizarre encounter. Look at the Magician. Is Sag getting like a tarot card reading or something this week? Are they wanting to see what their future holds? If that is the case, could be a palm reading, could be tarot card reader, something about looking into the future, planning the future. This could simply be that Sag is like, you know what? I'm going to look ahead and I'm going to buy some tickets for some show. I'm going to, do something that I want to do, something I'm excited about. I just saw there's a class coming up that I want to take. I think this is more about Sag setting their sights on their future, which speaks volumes about what a good place Sag is in mentally, emotionally. Looking forward to the things that we can't wait to do, the exciting things, the things that we have a spark of interest for. So excellent energy. I think this is going to be a good week for Sag. Even though it started just a little bit funky, I don't think it stays funky. I think it gets better. Page of Swords is here. Look, somebody is observing Sag. Somebody is paying close attention to this graceful, movement forward. A King of Wands. Okay, so not the poker face person, not the person who might have some weird kind of insulty thing to say. There is somebody else who has maybe waited for a chance to see Sag again. I'm almost feeling like Sag was gone. Maybe they took like a break. Maybe they took a mental health day. Maybe they haven't gone to their favorite bar or restaurant lately. Maybe they haven't gone to their favorite grocery store lately. Maybe they haven't gone to the book club lately. Whatever it was, Sag took a break. They've been gone for a little bit because they just needed time alone to sift through some energy. And as Sag has done that, now that they're back, holy smokes, this is so exciting. Somebody who I think has been like maybe holding a torch for Sag for a while, hoping to bump into Sag again, hoping if Sag ever comes back to the book club, they'll get a chance to go talk to Sag, or, hoping that if they ever get another shot to be around Sag, they're not going to miss it this next time. 10 of Cups. This is beautiful. I'm so glad that this message here is so specific. It's like, don't let one grumpy person or kind of rude person or mean-spirited person throw Sag off their game. Sag has worked way too hard to recover their beautiful energy to let somebody come in and snatch it away from them. Sag shouldn't let one negative comment impact them. Oh my gosh, Sag, we're going to have to pause here. You did good, baby. Yeah, you did so good. Come here, my buffalo. What a good boy you are. Yeah, you protected so nice. He runs in to tell me how he protected. Come here. Come on up. You can. Okay, never mind. He's done his victory. Yeah, I love that he rushes in to tell me. Did you hear me, Mom? Did you hear me? Yeah, everybody heard you, Aries. Maybe this person is an Aries. Maybe that's why he was saying, let's celebrate. Let's definitely don't let one jerk throw you off this week, Sag. There's better people. My dog is a great protector, but he's also the sweetest, friendliest little dude ever when he likes people. And he likes almost everybody. But I almost feel like this is a celebration. It feels like it's a good week for Sag after all. Feels like a really nice, like one person who's waited to say something rude, and then one person who has waited for a chance to see Sag again just to say something lovely. to ask Sag out, to start something, to ask Sag to come over for dinner, to ask Sag to go out with them. This is very much like, oh man, I sometime this week, Sag is getting an offer from somebody. And I think it's a really nice offer from possibly a fire sign. Five of Swords, Three of Wands. They're going to want to like talk to Sag a little bit. Like maybe they've been through something tough recently as well. And they've got things like, let's talk, let's go out, let's talk about like the world being stressful, but let's also talk about a better future. I wonder if they went through some tough things themselves since they haven't, since last time they saw Sag. This doesn't feel like a previous lover who's been waiting for another shot with Sag. This feels like somebody who has been around Sag, then hasn't seen Sag in a bit. And now they're like, I definitely promised myself that after the stint of difficulties I've been through and sensing Sag might have disappeared for a while out of a social scene because they too were dealing with something. When they come back, man, I can't wait to talk to them. I really want to, think about what I could do, like to get to know Sag better, because my life's going better now, and I really don't want to miss a chance with a great person like Sag. Let's talk about a future here. I love the fact that somebody awesome has waited for a chance to connect with Sag. I think that is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm going to leave this one here, you guys. That was a nice change. I'm sorry my puppy decided to bark, but I feel like maybe he was, since he ran all the way in to then celebrate, I feel like he was supposed to be a part of this one. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.